All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Capital Factory Community Showcase. We are excited to have you all here today with us to hopefully distress a little bit, learn more about our Capital Factory community, and have some fun. So my name is Rebecca. I'm the Community Programs Coordinator at Capital Factory, and I'm going to be the host for today. I have these cute little headphones on because I couldn't figure out how to get the audio to work with the speakers. Technical problems, but that's okay. But before we jump on, into programming, I am going to go over this very quickly, this slide right here, and then I'm going to introduce you to some people that are helping us today with the showcase. So like I said, I'm the host today, but I do have Tret Wynn backstage. He will be my technical host. So if you ever hear me say, Tret, please bring up this person, that's who I'm referring to. We have Autumn Hankinson in the chat today that is going to be sending out all of our links. She is our community operations coordinator. And so she is going to have all of those links for you and just be hyping up the chat. Please make sure to introduce yourself if you haven't already done so. We want to hear where you're coming from, why you're excited to be here, and what company you're with. And lastly, this is being recorded, even if it's a live stream. That means that it's, the comments are also being recorded. So if you do have any live comments in the chat, just make sure that they are appropriate since they are being recorded. Awesome. Well, let's move forward. So, like I said, welcome to the Community Showcase, where we have full programming today of fun and highlights from our member companies. So you will hear some pitches today, you'll meet some staff, and then you're also going to participate in some trivia. So it's going to be a good time, hopefully. And before we get into all of that good stuff, I'm going to bring up Joshua Baer, the founder and CEO of Capital Factory, to go over what resources we have at Capital Factory and why you should be a member if you aren't already. So if we could please bring Josh up. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. Sorry, I think my end's a little bit delayed, but we can hear you, and feel free to start whenever.
Awesome. Great. Well, good to see you, Rebecca. Welcome, everybody. And it's another week in quarantine. Everybody here on video, but we're making it work, and it's definitely working. It's been an awesome month. I think this was the first month I really felt like we are the new normal, like things are just going. And part of that means like our accelerator is completely up and going. It never stopped. The mentor sessions kept happening, investor connections kept happening. The pipeline of companies took a little bit of a slowdown in April. And in May was ramping back up as kind of everyone adjusted to COVID. But we've really seen a strong pipeline, most importantly, of great companies that we're meeting and we're working with. And the past cycle that just happened was super, super strong, one of the strongest ever, in combination with the $100,000 Human Performance Investment Challenge that we did at Fed Supernova, which was our big defense event we did last week. And that was awesome too. We've done a bunch of virtual events. This is one of them that you're at right now. We've been practicing and learning and testing out different tools. But Fed Supernova was really the big opportunity to take it all up a notch to the next level, and to really incorporate everything we had into a kind of South by Southwest type program with lots of tracks and programming and speakers and interactivity and getting people talking to each other. And in that way, it was a really big success. We had the Army Futures Command celebrating their second birthday party. They also announced a new software factory in Austin, which is basically like a boot camp of coders working for the Army. We had the Texas Military Department announcing their TMDX Innovation Unit here in Austin at Capital Factory. We're working with Deloitte, announcing their new exploration lab that's going to be in our office, and they had a huge track on operational data science. Accenture did a whole track on cybersecurity. Amazon Web Services did a track on the cloud with their CEO, Andy Jassy, interviewing General Murray. And there was a lot more besides that. And then we kind of capped off the whole thing with a $100,000 investment challenge where we had a bunch of startups pitch. One of them, Python, got a $100,000 investment. They make a wristband like a watch that senses the electrical impulses of the hand movements in your hand down to like millimeter levels to detect where your hand moves. so that instead of having to wear a glove or use like computer vision to detect motion for indicating actions for augmented reality and virtual reality, they can just use this sensor and have it work really well and have it work in challenging environments, or if you're in a glove or other things like that. So super cool tech. And we met a lot of other great companies that way too. So really awesome, really impressed with our team. They did an amazing job. It was really hard doing, when you're doing things for the first time and you're figuring out new things, it's always harder. And they really did just an amazing job pulling that off. So big props to all of them. And the other thing was we were kind of going into South by Southwest, and then South by got canceled. And South by was going to have a bunch of defense stuff going on, but tons of other stuff going on too, right? Like stuff going on all the time. And then South by got canceled. And we immediately really went into the mode of focusing on this big defense event. So in a lot of ways, it's felt like everything's been all defense for the past couple months that we've been focused on. And certainly while defense is really important, it's not all that we focus on. And now that that's Fed Supernova is behind us, the next big event is Austin Startup Week, which is coming up. Actually, not the next big event, but one of the next big ones we're planning is Austin Startup Week, which is coming up in October. So that's going to be a huge celebration covering all kinds of different things. And that's going to be the next big event. But before then, we have the LGBTQ plus in tech summit happening August 11th. So just a few weeks away, and really looking forward to that. That'll be a one-day summit or event, on a platform kind of like what you're seeing here, with a little bit other type of stuff going on. And that's gonna be really great too. So that's August 11th. And then Austin Startup Week will be around the first week of October. So lots of good stuff coming up there. Hope you're checking out the daily AMAs happening in Slack. Those happen at 9:30 every morning. We didn't do any last week because of Fed Supernova, but that'll be picking up again this coming week. Those are always really engaged. I'm in there every day. Brian, Gordon, many of us, others are in there. If you ask and post a question in our Slack, you're going to get an answer. I really try to look at every single question that gets posted in there. I respond to most of them. Other people are too. So please post in there and engage. One of the last things I want to mention is assessment day. So the way our accelerator works, we don't have like one big batch per year. We bring in companies every single month, and it's constant, nonstop, usually 15, 20 companies a month. And this month, the assessment day, which is the day when we meet and interview the new companies, is always on the first Friday of the month. So that's always coming up after this showcase, because this showcase is always on the fourth Thursday of the month, right? So towards the end of the month. So it's always coming up in a week or two. So not next week, but the week after is assessment day on August 7th. So if you're interested in applying for the accelerator and really getting access and attention from me and the rest of the team, getting all the kind of best intros and connections that Capital Factory has to offer, talk to Jill or Jonathan or anyone else on the accelerator team about how you can apply and get involved. And like I said, that's coming up August 7th, so it's not too late to apply and plug into that. So next up, we're gonna go into, we'll have some intros and some pitches. This is a big part of, Capital Factory is all about connecting people together. That's what today is about. Your job, you all have a job in the chat. Rebecca probably mentioned this already, but if you see somebody talking up here and you know somebody that they should meet or they should talk to, put it in the chat right in there. Hey, they should meet this person. They should talk to them, because we're watching and we will go and post and we will go connect them. We'll find them and connect them together. My mom is even watching apparently right now. So if you see anything, post it in there and say, hey, they should meet this person. They should meet that person. We're going to note it down. We're going to make sure they actually get connected. And the other, big important point of this, what we're doing today is, and the reason why all of my team, all of the Dream Team, all of Capital Factory has to participate and has to watch and see this, is so that they know all the companies that are here. So they're meeting all the new companies coming in. And so that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to see intros from all the new staff, all the new mentors, all the new companies. We're going to try to connect them together to other people that can help them. That's all of our jobs. And through that, that's part of how we're all making the connections we need to do here. And so if you haven't introduced yourself here, if you haven't told everybody what you're working on, talk to Rebecca so that maybe next month you can come do that too, because we want to hear what you're working on and we want to go help connect you into the other people at Capital Factory. So think that's all I got. But I think I'm over time. But even though I'm over time, I'm going to stress Rebecca out just a little bit and just see if any of you have any questions for me. I'm watching the chat, and I'll just answer any quick ones you got. And you got anything? Other than this camera quality is amazing. Is it my camera? My camera's amazing. All right, I'll watch the chat. If you have any other questions for me, I will answer them. I will type in the chat, or maybe I'll just jump in and take over and disrupt even more. But other than that, really excited to see you all here. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm going to hand it back over to Rebecca. Maybe?
Right. Yeah. Sorry. I'm here. Thank you
Okay, great.
for that intro. And I'm going to take you down. Of course, you're going to go rogue, but that's totally fine. Josh will be in the chat. So make sure to send your questions there if you have any for him. So Josh alluded to this, but we are going to be hearing some pitches later. And he did mention two names, Jill and Jonathan, who are on our accelerator team. They are our venture associates. We will be introducing them in a moment. So this is the perfect time to speak with them and ask them your questions if you have any. But before we do that, I let everybody know that we will be doing some tech trivia today. And, I see a lot of our staff in the chat, but our staff cannot win our tech trivia. So that means that if you are not part of our staff, please participate in this trivia. Everyone will be winning, or the winners will win $25 gift cards. And then the grand prize winner will win a sourced cocktail kit. So in the kit, you will get all of the ingredients and instructions and liquor on how to make the cocktail of your choice. I see that this was very fitting since tomorrow's National Tequila Day for everyone that didn't know. So make sure to stick around. That's going to be the last one, but everybody has a chance to win $25 gift cards. And we are going to start that tech trivia now. So our first game is actually going to be a fill in the blank. Like I said, everything is tech oriented. So at the bottom right of the screen, you will see a hint. This is a name, and they are related to Apple. So you have to guess the name, but you also have to tell me what the relation is to Apple. So here we go. That's all I can give you guys. I'm sorry. The first name is 4 letters and the last is 8. I'm going to sing a very bad rendition of one of the game show songs while you all try and guess. So let's get started. Oh, and before we do, I just want to let everybody know that the chats that come in the live chat on your end might be delayed. However, they are not delayed on our back end. So if you see your chat come in first, that sometimes might mean that it might not come in first in the back end. So we will be basing off the winner off the back end. So just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a heads up about that. All right, let's get started. Hint, it's a name related to Apple. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. Any takers? Do 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 do. Anyone? Does anybody know this? Is this too hard? Do do do. Does anybody can anyone tell me at least what the name is or what they're related to in Apple? Next computer? No. It's not. Oh no, am I gonna have to make up a question on the spot? Is this too hard? Yes, Zach, I'm so proud of you. You did get the name. What is Mike Marculo? How is he related to Apple? Any guesses? Google it real fast. Who can Google fast enough? Yes. Okay, so I see Thinker's Manifesto. I'm not sure exactly who that is, but he was the first investor in Apple, and he invested in 1977 with a whopping $250,000. So I'm sorry, everyone. That must have been a hard one. I did get some feedback that my trivia questions were too easy, but I guess this was too hard. I still need to find the happy medium. Maybe next question will be easier. All right, so let's get into our pitch panelists and staff intros. So like I said, Jill and Jonathan, they are part of our accelerator team. So they will be sitting on our pitch panel. I'll give a little bit more information on that after we intro them. But if we can please bring up Jonathan and Jill to provide an overview of who they are and what they do at Capital Factory. So Jill and Jonathan. Jill, kick us off, please.
Jill, I think you might be muted.
Still can't hear you, Jill.
Okay, how about now? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, guys. I just got a new computer and I'm still learning to use it. But third time's the charm. It's so good to be here with you all today. I'm Jill. I'm a senior associate and I work across our venture accelerator and the venture fund along with Jonathan. So I work in sourcing companies for both of those and, seeing how we can plug in and be most helpful.
And can you hear me? Everyone can hear me right?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, Jill put it perfectly. I don't know how I can follow up that act, but yeah, I am also a venture associate. I'm based in Dallas. As you can see, I'm actually in our physical space today. Don't worry, I have my mask and everything, and I'm social distancing. But like Jill, I spend a lot of my time sourcing opportunities for the accelerator within the North Texas market. And to an extent, also Houston, as you can imagine, geography doesn't really mean much these days. But yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks both of you guys. And we are going to take you down for now, but we will be seeing Jonathan and Jill in just a moment. So we are going to move it on to our pitches. And Jonathan and Jill are going to provide suggestions after every pitch. As Josh mentioned earlier, we are going to hear Capital Factory community members pitch. And then afterwards, we're going to open the floor to Jonathan and Jill for suggestions, but also you guys. So if you like someone's pitch, think their platform or product is amazing, please chat it out. We will feature your comment up on the live stage. And if you would like to meet with them, also let us know. Autumn is going to be taking down all of those suggestions, and we will be sending those out to these pitch companies. So let's get started. Oh, and before we do that, I do want to give a shout out to Div Inc. They're a longtime partner with Capital Factory, and their mission is to bridge the gap between underrepresented entrepreneurs and the resources they need to build profitable, high-growth companies. They recently accepted these 11 companies into their accelerator, their spring accelerator, and you will be seeing some of these companies featured in these pitches. So, yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Div Inc. So, these are the companies pitching today. We have My Coffee Pass, Safin. I don't think I actually see Harash here today, so Safin might not be pitching, but we do have My Kid Blooms, Data Mentions, and then Creative 3D Technologies. So to start us off, we are going to hear from My Coffee Pass. My Coffee Pass is a monthly subscription-based mobile app that connects coffee lovers to their favorite local coffee shops. I know a lot of you here, and especially entrepreneurs, love their coffee. So let's bring up Katie Finley, founder and CEO of My Coffee Pass, so we can hear her pitch.
Can you guys hear me?
We can. All right. Well, we're excited to have you here today, and you have 2 minutes to pitch. Starting.
Thank you. Hey guys, my name is Katie Finlane, and like was mentioned, my name is Katie Finlane. I am the founder and CEO of My Coffee Pass. So starting off, specialty coffee drinkers are spending on average $1,200 a year alone on coffee beverages from coffee shops. And it's safe to say that society is reaching a point to where they want to feel more connected to brands and companies that align with their values. My Coffee Pass is that solution within the coffee shop industry. We help coffee lovers discover local coffee shops that showcase different vibes and values, allowing people to feel more connected to the local coffee shops that they align with. And how do we do that? Through our app that we first launched the first version of in December 2019. If you take a look at the left screenshot of the app, this is my favorite part of the app because you can see where coffee shops are all over the city. You simply tap on the desired marker and the middle screen appears, showing you a synopsis of what you can expect going into that particular coffee shop. So say you're looking for a more social coffee shop, that appears there. If you're looking for a more quiet coffee shop, that synopsis appears there. We are a B2B and B2C business. We partner with local coffee shops, offering them this all-in-one marketing platform. And as previously mentioned, we are offering this as an app that allows coffee lovers to find and connect to their favorite local coffee shops. So support local. We generate revenue in 3 ways. We offer 4 different monthly membership tiers to coffee lovers. The higher the membership, the more that the coffee lover saves. And then on the coffee shop side, as we grow and expand, they will be paying a monthly membership fee. And in the near future, the exciting part is we are looking to offer this as an employee benefit to corporations. So our ask today is we are looking for a technical co-founder. So if anyone has anyone who is interested, please send them my way. And we are fundraising. So if anyone is interested in learning more about investment opportunities with My Coffee Pass, please feel free to email me at katie@mycoffeepass.co. Thank you. My name is Katie Finlane with My Coffee Pass.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Katie. And we are going to bring up Jill and Jonathan. But before we do, please throw some of your suggestions in the chat. We will be taking those down. So Jill and Jonathan, please start with what suggestions you have.
Give it to me.
Hey, that was an awesome pitch, by the way, and it just reminds me of how much I miss coffee shops. But one recommendation that comes to mind is actually a mentor that recently joined, Jane, and I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right, Ko. But she is a fairly well-known food blogger in Austin.
What's her name?
Jane Ko, K-O.
Okay, Jane Ko.
Yeah. And, I imagine she, would probably have super beneficial insights into the coffee market in Austin. And, might be able to help you there.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes, Jane is an amazing mentor, and I think she's somebody that you should absolutely meet with. Also check out her food blog because it is wonderful. I have a few suggestions for you that I put in the spreadsheet. I'll be shared with you, but two that I think would be great is Valerie Ward of Sweet Ritual, and then Kevin Callahan. He is currently an entrepreneur in residence at Capital Factory. I think they both could be a great fit.
Valerie Ward, what was the second one you mentioned?
Kevin Callahan, and we'll send you the spreadsheet afterwards, so no need to write it down.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Okay.
Definitely. We'll send that to you afterwards. And Valerie is also on Slack, so you can reach out to her there. Thank you, Jill and Jonathan. We will bring you back up after our next pitch. And thank you so much, Katie. We are going to move on to our next pitch. So My Kid Blooms, mykidblooms.com is a digital marketplace that bolsters the online presence of pediatric and OBGYN healthcare providers in order to connect them with their best fit patients. So if we can please bring Allison Hall, founder and CEO of My Kid Blooms up. Hello, Allison.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can, and you have 2 minutes to pitch. Go for it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. A 2020 Harris poll identified the second biggest barrier that healthcare consumers face is finding a provider that meets their unique needs and that they feel comfortable with. Sound familiar? MyKidBlooms.com is an online marketplace that takes down this barrier for parents by aggregating the profiles and trustworthy digital content of pediatric and OBGYN healthcare providers. We offer the providers a subscription-based service to increase their online presence and attract their best fit patients. So as you can see on the screen, the patient-provider connection works in 2 ways. Parents find our provider's content, which links back to the provider's profile and booking details. Alternatively, parents can search for a provider with specific preferences, such as expertise or providers of color. The provider profiles includes links to the blogs, videos, websites, and social media channels. This helps parents efficiently find the provider with the expertise and personality that their family needs. The high quality backlinks also improves the provider's online presence, so everybody here wins. All providers in our ecosystem offer telehealth as part of their continuum of care. However, healthcare providers did not go into their professions to sit behind computers. They love that My Kid Blooms allows them to advertise both digital and in-person services, and they get to keep all their earnings. The digital health market's on fire, we know that. And the healthcare digital ad spend will overtake television ad spend for the first time in 2021. This alone is a $385.8 billion market. We're excited to be building our alpha cohort of providers and would love to connect with any other pediatric or OBGYN healthcare providers and parents who you think that could benefit from this service. I'm also looking to connect with others who share a passion for this space and have an experience in online marketplaces, digital marketing strategy, digital health, or matching services such as Bumble. Early stage investors are also welcome to connect. I'm Allison Hall, the founder and CEO of My Kid Blooms. I've created this marketplace with 20 years of experience as a pediatric physical therapist and 15 years of being a parent. I've seen the problems that both sides have, and I'm passionate about this solution. Thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Allison. And before we go into the suggestions, Tret, can we pull up one of the comments that people are sharing? So we have 4PAO03. Need this all for all types of providers, not just pediatricians, but this is awesome. So that is great to hear. Katie also had a few good ones. We just weren't able to
you.
all the time, but
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that would be my vision, to expand this into other niches. And I've also had a lot of people say they would love to use this with their animals, veterinarians. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, with that, let's bring up Jill and Jonathan to provide some suggestions. All right, guys, take it away.
Go ahead, Jill.
Hi, Allison. Good to see you.
Yes, you too.
I'm responding to your email right now. It's good to see you here, though. I have 2 recommendations for you. I might slaughter the last name, but it's Hubert Zonchikek he's the CEO at Health Wildcatters, though. I would recommend talking to anyone at that program. All great there. I'm not going to even try on the next person's last name, but I will send it to you. It's Kyle, and he's the medical director at Oscar Health. I think they'd both be great people to speak with.
Jill, I'm actually waiting to hear back if I've been accepted into Health Wildcatters. I made it to the interview round. So if you want to go drop a little.
Yes, oh my goodness. I will absolutely.
Long, but yes, I made it to the interview round. So thank you.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and fantastic pitch, Dr. Hall. A recommendation that comes to mind immediately is potentially meeting with Michael Gorton, who's a relatively new mentor and was the founder of Teladoc. So that could be an interesting person to meet.
Definitely. Oh, I will look him up. Is he on Slack?
I'm not sure if he's on Slack yet. He should be, though.
Yeah, I think he's.
We'll track him down.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jonathan and Jill. Thank you, everyone, for listening and your excitement.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Allison. And it looks like there are a couple of questions for you in the chat. So if you want to head over to the audience chat side, then you can answer those questions for these folks. So thanks again. And let's move on to our next pitch. Yeah. All right. Let's take Jill and Jonathan down, if you don't mind, Tret, and Allison as well. And let's move on. All right. My screen is not moving. Okay, so our next pitch is going to be Data Mentions, your fractional analytics department. So we have Helen Chu, the founder of Data Mentions. If we could please bring her up. And if I mispronounced your name, please correct me. I'm so sorry if I did.
No, you got it right.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, we are excited to have you here, and you have 2 minutes to pitch.
Awesome. So hi, everyone. I'm Helen, the founder of Data Mentions, and we provide analyst services on a contract or fractional basis. So I'd probably be preaching to the choir here saying how important and critical data and analytics are in understanding and growing your market, your customer base, your business in general. The thing is, an entry-level full-time analyst is going to cost you about $60K a year. An analyst who actually knows what they're doing is going to be 2x plus that. And so that's where Data Mentions can come in as a solution and provide that high level of data analytics expertise on a project or an hourly basis. So some popular types of work that we do, I would say we spend more than 50% of our time is building and maintaining these key performance indicator Tableau dashboard that can just hook into your Redshift, Postgres, whatever database you have on your backend. The next big bucket of work I would call breaking down attribution. So it's super easy to pull your top line marketing cost or your overall profit, but your real insight comes from attributing your bottom and your top lines either by marketing channel, by partnership, by client, by accounts, by sales representative. And then the next big bucket of work we do, I would call customer behavioral analytics. So really providing that expertise in Google Analytics, Hotjar, Full Story, Mixpanel, whatever tracking tool you're using on your website. Our typical client is a B2B tech SaaS startup or a business who's spending probably about more than $10,000 a month on marketing. However, we don't want to silo into a vertical, so we proactively try to work with a diverse group of companies. And so, for example, on the slide, EGSW, it's a traditional bioremediation company that works only off of governmental contracts. Fetch Package is a capital factory accelerator startup. They work in logistics and package handling for apartments, and they just actually went through their Series B round. Source is a direct-to-consumer CPG brand, and then Taste of Cocoa is Jane Coe, who we mentioned before, is a online food blogger. So we really try to serve a lot of diverse businesses and brands and analytics services. So my ask is, if you or your company could benefit from this kind of analytics support, please reach out to me, direct emails on the slide, or feel free to ping me through the Capital Factory Slack. Additionally, if the topic ever comes up in conversations with your peers, just mention Data Mentions as a possible solution. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Helen. And before we move on to the suggestions, I would like to bring up David's comment. Tred, if we could do that very quickly. Says, oh, this is a fantastic and much needed idea. So thank you, David, for that comment. There are also other comments, from people letting you know how great that pitch was. So if we can bring up Jill and Jonathan to provide their suggestions.
Hey, Helen, good to see you again. One that comes to mind, and it's actually a Dallas-based mentor, Clayton Floyd. He previously, he has founded and been a part of two analytics companies or data analytics companies. First ones are Applied Artificial and Quill Intelligence. And he's also an angel investor, so definitely not someone, or definitely someone you should get in front of.
Awesome, thank you.
Hi, Helen. Great pitch. I have two people that I think would be wonderful for you to chat with. One is Andrea Kalmans. She is the principal at Lantra Ventures. And then the second one is Arun Prakash, and he's a CFO at Cerebri AI. I think they'd both be good fits to speak with.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, everybody. And Helen, we will get those suggestions to you tomorrow.
Thanks.
So we are going to move on to our next pitch. If we could get everybody taken down, chat. Last but not least, we have Creative 3D Technologies. Creative 3D Technologies designs and produces effective and affordable all-in-one 3D printing solutions. So if we can get Ethan Behrend, founder and CEO of Creative 3D Technologies. Hi, Ethan. Please correct me if I missed that or mispronounced your name, but I am sorry.
It got messed up in Ellis Island. It's Behrend, but it's spelled in
Behrend. Okay, got it for next time. But all right, we are excited to have you here, and you have 2 minutes to pitch.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Ethan Behrend. I'm the founder and CEO of Creative 3D Technologies. We're a 3D printer design and production company that's recently moved from Chicago to Austin. In short, we produce all-in-one 3D printing solutions that take the capabilities of multiple specialized printers and merge into one. Typically, customers need to purchase specific printers for certain types of parts. For example, for large parts, you need large 3D printers, and those printers only really create large parts. For fine detail, a little hard to see, metals, high-temperature materials, flexibles, or simultaneous batches of parts, you all need separate 3D printers, and that list goes on. And Creative 3D Technologies creates printers that merge all those types of printing into one machine. This enables creation of completely new parts, such as table-sized parts with the precision of a coin face that's not possible anywhere else. Or if a customer wants only one style of printing, such as large format printing, we improve upon printing formats individually and create those large parts faster and stronger. And we do all this while selling at less than 80% than our competition's price range while still maintaining high margins. We recently launched a public funding opportunity. We have an equity crowdfunding campaign on MicroVenture's website that anyone can invest in for as low as $100. We've tested the marketplace, generated a lot of interest in purchasing our printers, and now we just need to be able to produce. We're raising primarily to move into in-house production and also to complete the development of our second product, which is actually the largest barrier to entry because cost of in-house production is high up front, but the benefits from producing in-house are immediate and immense and helps us gain greater quality control, greater effectiveness to constantly improve upon our product and enables us to just go from idea to production to distribution and continuous improvements all in one house while continuously stress testing our 3D printers. So that's what we're doing right now. We're primarily looking for contacts to help us raise funds and complete that round.
Awesome. All right. Thanks so much, Ethan. And there are a couple of questions for you in the chat.
Sure.
So once you're finished here, please go over to the audience chat side and converse with them and answer their questions. But for now, we're going to bring up Jonathan and Jill again.
All right.
All right. Hello, guys. You know what to do. Provide your suggestions.
Hi, Ethan. Good
Hi.
to see you here. I know we've spoken before, and I probably mentioned this to you as well, but Evan Loomis of Icon 3D would be a great person to speak with. And then Smriti or Jacques Zaneveld from Lazarus 3D. They're also one of, I guess they're actually both our portfolio companies, but great companies to chat with that have done really exciting things in the 3D printing space.
Yeah, I totally second Jill's recommendations. And, I was at a startup a couple years ago. We used 3D printers to print drone frames. And I totally understand the issue with having to use multiple different services and, complexity of the problem you're solving. So that's awesome, Ethan.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. And Ethan, we will get those suggestions to you. They wrote more in the spreadsheet that we have, and we will get them to you tomorrow. But before we do, I would like to bring up Jim's comment. Tret, if we could. Met Ethan at a pre-COVID event. It is equipment and impressive. So great to hear. Thanks so much for that comment, Jim. And thank you, Ethan, again for your pitch. We are going to move on to our next portion of programming. Thank you, Jill and Jonathan. Jill and Jonathan will be available in the chats and comments for anybody that would like to speak with them going further. So we have our second trivia question, guys. Hopefully this is a little bit better than the first one. I didn't know this. I'm not very good at trivia, so I can't speak to how hard these are, but this is an interesting one. And it's just a classic trivia question. Answer as fast as you can. All right, so what does Yahoo stand for? Does anybody know? Do, 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 do. Oh no. Is this one equally as hard? Does anybody know? Anybody know that Yahoo is an acronym for anything? Yes. Oh no. So Jill did get it. And if anybody really quickly, since staff can't win, if you guys just want to copy her answer, first one to do that. I'm trying to look over here and here. Who won that, Tret? If you could put their answer up on screen very quickly. I think it was Susanna. It's yet another hierarchical officious oracle. That is seriously a full name of when I read this, I was a little upset at the name just because I can barely pronounce it myself. So Yahoo did a good job of creating the Yahoo acronym. All right, and we will have one last trivia question. This one will be easier, I promise, guys. The last one will be easier, and it is for the grand prize. Susanna, we will reach out to you before or after this and get you your $25 gift card. And Josh is recommending that I play Jeopardy music. Not that my singing isn't amazing. I think he's telling me to stop singing. That's okay. All right, well, we are going to move on to our meetup. So we host a multitude of meetups here at Capital Factory, and we have recently made them virtual. So we are going to bring up our meetup coordinator, Alex Wiesenthal, to give us some more information on that.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can. Take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Wiesenthal. I'm an event coordinator here at Capital Factory based in Austin, and I work with Tret on coordinating our meetups. So we have about 93 meetups total between the two cities, and that makes 180 meetup organizers, and they're all virtual now. So our website is up to date with all of our meetups coming up, and we usually have like 2 to 4 a night. So there's always something for everybody, and we're always looking for more. So if you're interested in hosting a meetup, please email me, alexwiesenthal@capitalfactory.com, or just events@capitalfactory. Probably much easier, and I can get you set up. And subscribe to our newsletter. You should also do that, and I can post the link in the chat, but that goes out every Sunday, and it has our calendar for the following week. So our meetups are anywhere from noon to 1 or also after 5 o'clock. If you're interested in learning more, please let me know. And we have Abigail Rose here today. She's going to talk about her meetup, Creatives in the Workforce. So I'll welcome her up here, and she'll explain all about what they do and when their next event is. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Great. Yeah, I can hear you great. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, Alex. I love that it says you're in the show on my screen.
Right. Cool. We'll let you
I love that.
here.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. My name is Abigail Rose. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Blended Sense. We are a media technology company that connects the right creative professionals to the right projects locally to produce and distribute digital assets quickly. One of our foundational pillars of our mission is activating creative communities. So in addition to stimulating local economies and empowering small businesses, we believe in uplifting, supporting, and providing growth for creative professionals. So think photo, video, audio, copy, etc. Our monthly Creatives in the Workforce meetup has been going since October, I believe. We've been in the Capital Factory Accelerator since September of last year, so we're just about to wrap up our year. And this event meetup is focused on 3 different creative professionals sharing their experience of making a living from hobbyist to freelancer to professional, and sharing their experiences with accounting, project management, and customer service. There's no clear path to making a living as a creative professional. And so we find that having conversations that really dig into how others have done it before can facilitate some inspiration and help other people figure out they're not alone and maybe see some light at the end of the tunnel. Most recently, we've been focusing, of course, on the effects of COVID-19 and what it's like to be a freelancer, especially here in Austin, as many freelancers have had a significant amount of their income affected in the last several months. And then, of course, we've been also talking about our role as creators, as artists, in this incredible social justice movement that's happening all around us and how we contribute as storytellers. It happens on the second Thursday of every month at 7 p.m. You can find, just search it on Eventbrite and that should pop up. And next month, we're focusing on producers and creative professionals who are in charge of other creatives.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Abigail. And before you leave, can we please bring up Aaron Miller's comment from the chat?
Aaron!
Abigail does everything: CEO, meetups, video, podcasts, and now the most difficult challenge of all, motherhood. So metal, y'all. Meet her. Thank you so much, Aaron, for that comment.
Thank you, Aaron. I miss you.
And thanks, Abigail, for coming up and giving some insight on your new meetup. So we appreciate it. And we have already sent out the Eventbrite link in our chat, so people can go RSVP via the chat. All right.
Very cool. Thank you, Rebecca.
Yeah, bye. All right, we are going to move on to the last portion, and this is going to be the easiest trivia question. All right, are you guys ready? It is the rapid round. I know this is going to be easier. My sister guessed it in seconds, so I'm no doubt everyone else is going to be guessing it in seconds. This is going to be our logo trivia. So it is still tech related, and I have a little bit of a really cool piece of information about this company after you guys guess it. But it is going to be a logo that is going to be cropped, and pieces will slowly come onto the screen for you to guess. So again, first person to guess, besides staff, is the winner. Let's do it. All right. Should I sing? Sorry, Josh. Do. Anyone else? This one should give it away. Who's the first? Yep. I don't know who was the first one to. I'm like looking off to the side over here. I have the live chat going. But I think that Zach, it looks like on my end, Zach is the first one to have gotten it, or have got it. Gotten? Anyway, okay, sorry. Tret, please pull up the winner's name. Oh, let me actually finish. How about I finish it? Woo, it is Nokia. So Tret, if you, once you find who commented first, please pull up their comment. But if you guys didn't know, Nokia was the largest seller of cell phones in the 2000s. But they actually started as a paper manufacturing company in 1865. So they didn't always sell cell phones. So that, I thought that was an interesting fact. Hopefully that trivia question was a little bit easier, guys. And that is going to conclude our community showcase for today, but don't you dare leave yet. I have a couple more things for you guys. Here is the list of upcoming events. Autumn is going to be sending out the Eventbrite for Capital Factory, so you are able to RSVP to any of these events. But next week on Tuesday, we have Intro to FinTech and Ask Me Anything with Dennis Kale and Jill Klinbex. On Tuesday, August 11th, you will have an open coffee. So that's an on-video networking event where you get to meet entrepreneurs all over Texas and now probably all over the US. Like Josh mentioned, Tuesday, August 11th, we will have LGBTQ plus in tech. Please come out if you haven't attended one of our DEI summits before, diversity, equity, and inclusion. I highly, highly recommend it. These events are amazing, and there are some really, really interesting panels and sessions that happen. So check that out in the Eventbrite. And last but not least, it's actually the third Tuesday that the third Thursday that we host the community showcase. That Eventbrite will be available tomorrow. So make sure to sign up ASAP so you don't forget about it later on. And we will see you next time. But before we do, please, please, please provide feedback in the survey that Autumn is about to send out in the comments. We would really, really appreciate your feedback on what you liked about the event, what you would like to see next time, and how we can improve. So we would really appreciate that. And in true YouTube fashion, please hit that thumbs up button if you like this event. Hit that subscribe and bell button if you want to see more events like this in the future and get notified about it. So I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.